Hey guys, welcome back to my video. So today I wanted to just show you 3 party DIYs that would be great for weddings, graduations, or birthday parties. So first I started with the sparkly J and then moved to this photo ladder, and then I finished it off with a card box. So first I want to start with a cardboard J with some paint. And I just painted the J whatever color you want. I chose a pretty lavender color because the person I was making this for, lavender was one of their favorite colors. Once everything is painted and dried, I took some Mod Podge and just did a thin layer over the front of the J. You can paint the whole J with some glue, but I just did the front, and then I took some glitter and started sprinkling it all over the place. And this is the final look. You could go as thick or as thin with the glitter layer. Next, I moved on to this photo ladder, which is again great for birthday parties, graduation, or wedding. This was for a graduation party. Actually, all of this was for a graduation party. So I started off with this paint ladder or painting stool, and I had some baling twine, some pictures, and some mini clothespins. So I started with just wrapping the baling twine around, or maybe it's called jute twine, I'm not sure. I started with wrapping the twine around the painting ladder and then securing it off. Next, I took some pictures and the mini clothespins and just started pinning them up all over the twine. Again, you can use as many pictures as you want, but I loved the very full look that I got with jamming all the pictures together. And I chose some from all different ages, so from little babies all the way up to senior pictures. Next is the card box. Again, this is for a graduation, but you could do any card box that you want. So I started out with just any box, a thin piece of cardboard, the top of a milk carton. So I started with taking the top and kind of measuring where the center was, and then I took a pen, marked where I wanted to glue it, and glued it down with some hot glue. Then I took a pen and marked kind of where I wanted it to place on the top of the box because I needed to cut a slit for where the cards were going to be placed in. Then I took some cards, made sure that it would fit, and I would not recommend this, but I used just a plain kitchen knife to cut the slit. I would recommend using a utility knife or something like that. Next, I wanted to give it a nice coat of paint, so I just chose some white paint, and then I also had some glitter blast to save for later because I'm going to be using glitter on this project. While that first coat was drying, I took some, I think this is called embroidery thread. I'm making my tassel for my graduation cap. I just took it, wrapped it around a small notebook, and then for the little hangy part, I don't know any of these terms, the little hangy part, I just took another piece of string and tied it around the group of string that I already wrapped. Then you want another small piece and just wrap it slightly underneath the first tie thingy. After the tassel was done, the first coat of paint was pretty much dry, so I went on and finished it with the second coat of paint, which was definitely needed because you could definitely see. And I realize now you did not need to paint the top of that box like I did, because that will be the bottom and no one will see it. So next I flipped the top over and just painted the edges of the bottom, because if anyone kind of bends down, they'd be able to see that. Next, I wanted to write cards on it, so I took a spare piece of paper and wrote the word cards. And I was going to cut it out and use as a stencil, but then I realized how lazy I was, so I just kind of measured and eyeballed it and rewrote it again. But you could definitely use an X-Acto knife and cut it out if you want to be more precise. Next, I took a bowl and some glitter and mixed multicolors together to make it really pretty. You could use whatever colors you want, but I was going for a kind of purple blue theme. Again, I took some Mod Podge and a paintbrush, and I just kind of painted the inside of my stencil that I wrote down with the glue. Once I was done with that, I took my glitter and put it down on a very heavy coat. And then once I was done doing that, I tipped the cardboard up onto a spare piece of paper to get all the excess glitter off. And had to go slow motion there just because it looks so cool. Again, I took the paintbrush and put a thin layer of Mod Podge all over it because I wanted to add some more silver glitter. You can never have too much glitter. Now next, because I didn't want the glitter falling off, I took some of that Glitter Blast spray paint, and it's just a clear coat that you spray over top the glitter, and it kind of helps seal it all in place. Then I had everything, so I just had to put it together. So I put the top on the bottom, and again I took a marker and marked kind of where the edge of the box was. And I took some random pieces of cardboard and hot glued them to where I had marked it on the bottom. This is just going to help secure the lid to the box and make it a little more secure so it doesn't blow away if you have it outside in the wind. Repeat 4 times and you have this. Then you can just slip all the pieces of cardboard inside the box, and it made it very sturdy, but so I could still take the lid off in case it got full. Then I realized the tassel was a little short, so I took another piece of string, tied it a little bit longer, and then put it in place. And voila. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.